baby.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to fucking take 29, 38, 47, 68.
0.2356744. Cut.
Oh my God.
Action.
So.
So we started
Fuck.
3 fucking episodes ago.
We-
2 seasons and 3 episodes ago, we started this podcast tonight.
It's been 7 years. Yeah. Welcome.
3 hours later.
Honestly, thank God we didn't record that long.
Holy shit.
Audio was gone. Visuals were fucked. Like, shit was just fucking shit,
It
okay?
was fucked up from the beginning, but we were gonna play it all out.
You wait, like what kind of podcast you gonna have if you don't shit?
We even pressed the pause button.
Oh, we did. Like, how many times did you press the pause button?
Fucking 3.
Yeah.
And fix shit while we were recording in the middle, and
Yeah.
because we was just gonna fucking roll through it.
Fuck whatever.
That's
Yeah.
why this is called fucking fuck shit bull. Keeping up with the fucking shit. Fuck.
2.
Thought that was a question mark.
No,
It says 2. Part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
Oh fuck. Goodness gracious.
Want a snack?
As long as it's you.
I'm a full meal, baby.
Glad I'm hungry. Cooler.
What does that make you?
A lion.
Yeah.
Lion, not sheep.
Yeah. What's a
Have you not seen my hat? Oh, I don't have that hat on.
What?
It's got a lion's face on it.
Oh yeah, I know. I like that one. What's a?
That's our brand, baby.
It's
CSG.
It's one of our brands.
By the way, it has its own podcast too. Oh yeah, tomorrow. Shit. But I'm remembering this right now.
I'm remembering this. Speaking of Lioness,
Tomorrow's
lioness.
podcast will be on CSG, coming to you live from.
we have a podcast tomorrow.
Yes, we do, with One Tap Connect. Oh, with the owner.
Is he actually doing a podcast, or
Yeah.
is this just like an info?
No, we're doing a full blown. Charlie Cena,
Yeah.
the owner of One Tap Connect.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Is
I love his team.
He's got a really good team behind him.
Yeah, I agree.
The actual person that I believe did the development, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
As well.
Whole team.
Salespeople are great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're on top of their shit. What's his name? Chapman?
Yeah.
Yeah, typically we don't like to drop names, but we tend to drop names anyways, so who gives a shit?
Accidentally. Right? I don't do it on purpose.
I won't give you his last name, but Chapman's he's a good dude.
He really is.
Like, he's
got some hustle.
Probably the most solid person.
He's the most solid sales guy. Like, he's got the most follow through of a sales guy I've ever dealt with.
Yeah. And he's so, like, he just is energetic, and he's got such a positive attitude about what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he has probably
zero
ownership in this company.
Oh, I don't know.
I would assume.
Yeah.
I assume he gets paid well, but I assume he has zero ownership in the company. He just really believes in the product. And so do I, to the point where I sell the fucking product.
Yeah.
Every time that I use it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys haven't heard of One Tap Connect,
join us.
Go check it out. 1. Number 2, join us on podcast for.
Are you gonna do it live, or are you gonna just record?
We're doing it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing it in CSG and page?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in the group, the page, and YouTube.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And wherever else, I don't know. You said you got some other things connected.
Yeah, just so
Did we get X connected? Can we maybe do that tomorrow?
we can do tomorrow. Yes, to this or to the drip
To
campaigns.
this. Does X connect to this or no?
I don't know if X does or not, but I know X can connect to the drip campaigns that I've been working on.
Okay.
So it'd be nice if Threads
Well,
did
Elon,
too.
you need to get it together because streaming is one of those things we need from you.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. No, it's yeah, that was one of the things that I did that was a really big project of mine was separating and pulling out because everything was connected underneath me. Like everything was attached to me
Yeah.
personally. And so it was really starting to bother me about like posting to stuff because it wasn't like
It wasn't
allocated.
the brands.
It wasn't allocated correctly. And so I was like, okay, well, I can't post here because then if I post here, it links to this and links to that. And I'm like, this is frustrating. So I went in and like
Separate everything.
separated everything and
That needed that.
well, yeah, and so I had created I have a new Instagram handle for myself, which matches the Jennifer Clements, which goes to the Jennifer Clements Facebook page.
Yeah.
Which so all of that brand is now of its own, and then Everyday Moments for us is its own brand of its own, from Instagram to TikTok to Facebook to X, like it's all and YouTube, like it's
Yeah.
all Streamline has its one, and then CSG is now independent of its own as well. So that's really nice. So yeah, so that was one of the things because like the Instagram, like it's just if you don't set it up correctly, it gets really muddied really fast.
So I had this conversation with the person today, partially of this conversation type.
Yeah.
About setting up another company.
Uh-huh.
Because I have this conversation so fucking often.
Yeah.
With people. And the conversation was just that. It was, you can run this under your existing LLC or you could set up a new one, but I suggest you don't do it under your social security number. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. I'm pretty seasoned. You don't have to tell me how I need to set things up. I appreciate that information, but I set up the call on the front side. I gave him all of my front end side. I didn't appreciate that he didn't follow me through the entire thing. And this was a guy trying to sell me on something, and I was bought in
until I heard the guy talk, and then once I heard him talk, I was like, I'm done.
I was bought in, and until I got the teleprompter version of him. And whenever I started getting teleprompter and him reading a script, he lost me. And I just want to say this. Like, if you're selling something and you're trying to sell somebody that this is what you do for a living. All right, I'm going to have some questions, right? And I'm going to have some really good ones for you. And I had some really good ones for him because he told me, he's making a 7-figure income off of this business. And I said, well, if you're making a million plus, the fuck are you doing on the phone with me?
Right. And then he kind of went,
honestly.
Yeah.
If you're making that kind of money, why are you trying to teach other people how to make it? And to that, why are you reading a fucking script to do it? Like, if you know this company in and out, why are you having to read a script? Especially if you're making the money, it should just come natural out of your mouth.
You should be more excited. He had no excitement. He was
monotone. Zero.
He was monotone.
If
it's
I
almost
was
like it was like an AI
dude,
salesman.
if it was Chapman pitching me on this, I would have bought it.
Right.
Boom, done.
He almost sounded like an AI sales call. It was awful.
I want to say this to you if you're listening. I hope you take the constructive criticism, because it's not that I wasn't about
the product.
Yeah, because I would have totally bought in. But as soon as it turned into a script for me, I checked out because of this reason right here. If it is a script, you're lying to me. You've lied to me several times through this process, being that it's a script. You lied to me in the fact that you make 7 figures. You lied to me in the fact that you you make enough money that you don't have to teach this, but yet you're doing it because you like to. Well, if you're doing that, then
Why are
why the
you
fuck are
using
you
the
reading a
script?
script? One. Number two, what the fuck are you doing on the phone with me? Number three,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
honestly.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
And you wanted to tell me that we have, like, the conversation was so convoluted. It went like this at one point. So we have people that make up to $1 million. And I stopped him. I said, stop. Why did you cap $1 million? Is that a cutoff? Like, is that where the money stops in this business? Is that 1 million? What if I want to take it further?
Yeah.
And so he continued on with trying to repitch, which I let him do
Mm-hmm.
because I give people the benefit of the doubt and I like to listen to everybody's pitch. Even if I'm buying or not, I'm going to still listen
It's practice
because
for them.
even though it's practice, I don't even care about it being practice for them as much as it's me intaking information from another person's perspective. And so I let him continue, and
Hang on,
he
hang on. I just want to say you're so much better at that than I am because when I'm done, sometimes I don't even realize that I'm done
yeah,
and I'll just walk away. Like, and I feel bad when I think back on those instances. And I think you've probably witnessed me do this, and
yeah.
it's not intentional. I legit have that severe of ADD that
Well, you got to keep
I'm
your attention. Like,
I'm just done. I'll just walk away.
if the person doesn't know who they're talking to when they're talking to you, you've got about 5 minutes to hold the conversation and keep it on track, or she's out. If you haven't noticed, these
Um,
podcasts they jump all over the place,
right
but
now, I'm
that's
eating crackers.
also us.
Yeah. But if I've taken my meds, it's a good day.
But back to this guy for a minute. I'm
Okay.
not done with him.
I didn't think you were. I was just wanting to applaud you because sometimes, like, I forget that people are talking to me and I just walk away.
So I enjoy listening to people pitch because everybody's got a different pitch. And I appreciate that about the people that do it because it's not an easy thing to do and they take it on and they fully own it to a certain extent. People, not all people, but
Mhm.
people do a really good job at this. Some people do. So I love to listen to every person's format because everyone's different. Every single person's format of a pitch is different if they're good at what they do
Mhm.
because they make it their own. And
Mhm.
so that's what I enjoy out of it. I love
Yeah.
listening to the person get excited. And if they're
Yeah.
excited, if they're pumped, dude, I'm going to give you all of my attention.
Dude, that's just like what I was talking about the other day with Jonathan Bannister and talking about the Hum Jam and all that
Yeah,
SEO stuff. And then talking to Jason Walker. Like they all have a theme in common, and it's that they are truly fucking lit on fire for life and what it is they're doing.
absolutely.
This guy you talked to today did not have that. Chapman
No,
fucking has it.
no, there's people that do like, and those are the people that I want to talk to.
Yeah.
And those are the people that I like to surround myself with as well.
Right.
And so I always try to keep the connection with those people too,
Mm-hmm.
like
Same.
tight. That's part of the reason why I buy in to those situations because those are people that I'm bought into. I want that in my life. I want that
Right.
around me.
Right.
So that is the type of circle that I want to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so he got hung up on.
You hung up on him?
I did.
That's rare.
It is. I didn't let him finish because I mean we were close.
Was he talking in circles?
When he brought up, so again, the conversation's convoluted because there's a video that says there's zero startup costs, all of this shit. The owner started it up in his garage with zero funds. What I appreciated about the videos that I watched last night, I spent 2 hours researching this company, and I watched a lot of videos about it, and then I kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it would be a great tie-in for what we were doing. So I wanted to entertain the conversation on the content creation side of things because I thought what it is that they were doing was going to be something different, and then we could tie it in.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't. It wasn't that. It's exactly what we're already doing, just in a different format.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot in the fact that we could go out, we could do this. We could go out and hire a call center to cold call people
Mm-hmm.
and fuck people over on money.
Mm-hmm.
And that is legit. I think, I don't know this for a fact, but I think that's part of this scenario
Right.
because it was a script being read. So that's just not us. And
Mm-mm.
so, like I said, the startup costs on the videos was I started this out of my garage with zero startup costs, like nothing. The guy was, I believe he said he was a principal of a high school, and he was doing this as a side hustle, and then he turned it into from a side hustle, quit his job as a principal, and he's making $1 million plus a year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. I'm sure you are because he's charging $8,000 a person
To be taught what it is he's doing.
just to teach the
Mm-mm.
platform that he's built. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I even explained to the sales guy, I'm like, dude, we've built apps. I've been in businesses for my whole fucking life. I set up my own business. Like I don't hire an attorney to set up
Yeah.
companies. I set up my own shit. More seasoned
There.
than
So,
your average person that you talk to. Like, I'm not your average person.
right.
I'm going to set the stage up front of who I am and what I know because I don't want to listen to all the bullshit.
Yeah.
It was just,
Yeah. To me, it sounds like they're looking for like their perfect victim would be the person who is looking to get rich quick.
their perfect victim is the person that has been failing at
Everything.
one after, like, getting, and this was part of his pitch. Like, I've been in MLMs, I've been in XYZ, I've been in pyramid schemes, I've been in
Yeah.
this, I've been in that. I'm gonna tell you right now, every business is a pyramid. And if you don't know that, you don't know business. Honestly. Every business is a pyramid. There's a boss at the top and shit flows down.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what anybody really thinks about it. Every business is a pyramid because it is levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything flows out. And if you set up business perfectly and you do businesses, not just one business, and you tier it down perfectly, it is an actual pyramid because you start with a holdings company and then you stagger it up. But you can find that on a different page. That's not the content for this page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Well, but like the content creation, I'm getting so much better at the content creation. And like even like that whole meeting with the SEO company and everything that we had has really helped me understand even the type of content that I need to be sprinkling in with the content that I'm already creating. Like I found a article about HVAC and like the heat and everything in Dallas, and so
Yeah.
I pulled the analytics for that, and then the blog post, and then oh yeah, that was another really cool thing I did today. I wrote my first blog.
Yeah. It was really great.
Thank you.
I did read it.
Thank you. It makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thanks.
You got a lot of comments on it too.
Did I? I
I don't
didn't.
know if you've seen them.
I haven't seen them. Yeah, so I have an actual website now, the Jennifer Clements, and then that's another
Well,
thing.
you've had one.
But yeah, But I had
But you didn't have
UGC.
the ability to
Yeah,
edit,
I didn't have the ability to get into an edit. So that was another really big thing that I had
which
to.
is also fine because it still needs to exist the way that it is for the purposes of what it is.
Yeah.
We just needed one area that we can play in that points in all directions that we can
Yeah.
manipulate
Yeah.
and change.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not perfect. And I'm sure at some point in time I will hand over this website but all of this stuff will be in it, like
Yeah.
so that's fine. But what I'm excited about, what I learned from that SEO, what I was getting at is the SEO meeting is that essentially the best thing that you can do right now is position yourself as an expert in a particular field or just a content expert in general. And that's kind of what I'm aiming towards is content person in general, because then the more content that you're writing, because AI, they don't like for AI to write your content. So
Yeah.
what I did use AI to help me with my content, but I wrote the entire blog myself.
Yeah.
And then I asked AI to rewrite it for grammar, spacing, and something else. And it did that for me so that I could actually go in and basically
It's your words.
yeah,
You
it's my
just
words.
put,
Basically, it was just a copywriter. Like
yeah.
I needed somebody to go in and copyright it or proofread it or whatever you want to call that and just make it right.
Yeah.
And that's what it did, which is fantastic. But ultimately, you need to have if you're looking for another source of income, blogging is where it's at because ultimately the more people are going to be going out and looking for the blogs to connect with because that's how SEO is starting to work.
So let's talk about the blog part for a minute.
Yeah.
So what does it do?
What do you mean?
What does it do for SEO?
It's all about the backlinks and being cited as a credible expert. It's looking about how credible you are in what it is. And Google's going in and ranking all of this shit.
And
That's
this
the
is part of
EEAT.
that's not part of the no like trust.
It is part of the no like trust factor, but there again, you still have to whatever. So no like trust. So you have to go out and then find somebody who's going to write an article that is good enough to meet the EEAT, which is the no like trust factor about whatever it is you're talking about. And this article was just about friendships and like how like honestly, it just was like the first sentence of the blog was honestly what came into my head this morning, which is I'm the happiest that I have been in my entire life. Right now, I am the happiest I've ever been, but it's like I keep peeping out the blinds looking for the thunderstorm. Like I am waiting. The sun has been shining bright for so long. I'm like, where the fuck is that thunderstorm coming from? Like you get so worked up about the
Well,
fact that
they're happening in the background, and it's not like we're blind to it.
yeah.
There's still a shitstorm that we're dealing with.
Mhm. Yeah. But I just that's what sparked the whole blog and then
But I
essentially
think you're doing great. Like the things that you are posting and blogging, I think we also will probably get into vlogging at some
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that.
You too.
All of this takes a lot of time.
Oh god, yeah.
And so I appreciate AI for the fact that it helps with that time
Yeah.
stuff because anything that can help save time in the world that we live in, because we're operating 4 or 5 different things, all trying to do different things
Yeah.
and focus in different directions, it's a lot.
It is a lot. So, like, I'm not perfect at grammar. I'm not good at spelling, and that's always held me back from having a blog, which is why I've always gone to video creation. I've always gone to video creation because I speak better than I write. And so now with the assistance of AI, I can really write how I would talk,
Yeah,
and then AI cleans it up for me.
you're so good speaking.
Thank you.
Like, and that's what I loved about the other day. Even though, dude, we knocked out,
I think we had
I want to
20
say
videos.
20, 25,
Yeah.
maybe tops,
Yeah.
25 videos, hour and a half.
Yeah. It's pretty quick.
Um, Granted, they're short form content on purpose.
Mhm.
Only at the same time,
Who can do that?
well, that, but whenever I try to load them, even into YouTube as a short, they're not picking them up as a short. It wants to pick it up as a video.
It's weird. Maybe because it needs to be 59 seconds or less.
No, I've even cut them.
Hmm.
So I cut it in CapCut
Mhm.
and loaded it, and it's still
Hmm.
not loading as a short. I don't understand. Like, there's so many things that I still am working on trying to figure out.
Right.
But honestly, we're only 30 plus days into this, maybe
Right.
35, maybe 37. I would guess in between 35 and 37 days.
Yeah.
We're not a full 60 days into what we're doing,
No, I don't think we are.
or a month and a half in.
Oh God, I don't even think we're there
If
yet.
if
If
we're a
that.
month and a half, I think we're a month and a week, honestly. Man, I
Hmm.
think for a month and a week, it's strong, but I think it's strong because of the shorts. And that's why I have also done the work to go to Apple
Hmm.
and put us in different places just for the audio portion, which I had to learn a whole nother thing. And I actually did this learning sitting in my truck. I don't even remember where I was at. I was sitting in my truck waiting on something or someone, whether it was a school event or a sporting event. I think it might have been practice,
Yeah.
Jackson's baseball practice.
Probably.
Anyways, I sat there and I self-taught myself like
Okay. So
all of these different things to post on all these different platforms because it's necessary to be visible everywhere. As you can see in YouTube, we get a certain amount of likes. In TikTok, we get a certain amount of likes. In Instagram, we get a certain amount of likes
babe,
and comments.
we're not even a month in yet.
No,
No. So you were hanging black curtains on July 16th. We didn't get
well, it's the 17th.
it is the 17th. But that's just the curtains. We didn't get camera gear. Hang on. We didn't get camera gear. Hang on.
Mind you,
Hang on.
all of
Setup.
this has been
Setup didn't happen until July 20th.
well, even in
So we're not even
and
a
even
month in
to that,
yet.
the setup was majority us.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to discredit one of our people,
No. But I'm talking
but
about
the
pre-setup. Yeah.
majority setup, like the tripods, the lighting, the cameras, putting the cameras together, unboxing everything. The the Rodecaster, the switcher, the MacBook, the TVs, the screens, the Zatos, the mics, all of it.
You're gonna give me a
Painting the
stroke.
walls,
Yeah.
like getting the
Yeah.
furniture,
So we didn't actually
putting
record
everything in here.
we didn't record our first podcast until July 21st.
And we have 51.
Yeah.
We have more podcasts than the days we've actually been
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Do you realize we have that many podcasts? I want to actually you can talk for a minute
Oh, okay.
because I'm going to pull up how many videos we have
Oh, okay.
because I don't think you even realize this.
Probably not.
This is pretty cool.
I don't check out the analytics very often.
You don't have
It's
to go to
200 something, isn't it? I think we're at 200 or
on
180.
videos.
Yeah. 191 pieces of content.
We have 212 videos.
212 pieces of content.
Yes. Whether they're short form,
Mhm.
medium,
Mhm.
or podcasts,
Mhm.
or lives,
Right. That's just
or
YouTube content.
this is only YouTube content. Now we have a software. I don't know if you want to release the name of it or not. But we have a software that does a drip campaign
Oh no,
out to all social media.
I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to release that.
No.
It is our software.
Yeah. So like
And even to that, tribal council has built
their own that's gonna
the
be fixing
next
to drop.
layer that's going to be a part of
Yeah.
our
Okay, so like for
Our deal.
instance, just for instance, like I want people to understand
the
the
context
content the
of what this is.
context of content. So I've got an AC brand and I have to build all of this from scratch. When I bring on a client, I don't get anything but logos, colors, and maybe some pictures. Maybe.
But I want to reiterate this. So when we do onboarding, it is an in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to set up you a Google Drive.
Mhm.
I'm going to set up you if you need a domain, we're going to do
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I'm going to set up your own like page
Right.
for your business.
Yes.
We may even set up a group for you,
Right.
depending on what level you buy in at.
Right.
We may tie in
A Facebook
Instagram.
group is what he means.
Yeah. We may tie in Instagram. We may tie in other social media platforms. Then this depends on what level you buy in at.
Right.
This is all because we have 3 different levels, and you're going to buy in on some level to get this.
Right.
For what she does as far as content creation and building out brands, there's maybe a handful of people that are doing this for social media. There is not enough people that understand what needs to happen for you to be Google recognized in your business.
Yeah.
And so I'm probably going to even drop this into CSG.
This conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're touching on a lot of different things right now.
We are.
And I didn't know we were going to go in this direction, honestly.
I mean, we have already pre-recorded more than half of this. That is shit. So here we are.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I don't care. This is good. It's good though.
There is so much that Google changes daily.
Oh my
I'm getting
gosh, yeah.
emails daily out of Google
Right.
of updates, even down to their maps. Like the maps, I open my maps and it says update every day. Every single day, the maps are updating.
I know.
So every single day, I'm also getting an email of terms and conditions are updating.
Yeah.
Like to the point, I'll tell you this. I'll give you a little sliver.
Okay.
If you're not active in your Google account, so say you set up a Google account for your business
Mm-hmm.
and you just set it up because you had to have it for SEO backlink or you had to have it for a Google Ads thing or whatever, and you're inactive in Google Ads or you're inactive just in general in your Google profile,
Mm-hmm.
it has an expiration date now. They will turn it off if you are not logging into it and there is no activity. You can have activity like mail coming in, but if you're not in there checking it or logging into it, the activity part that I'm talking about is actually logging into the account and being active in the account. Whether you're active in it via Google or you're active in it and signing in through Google to connect it to another platform like YouTube, or
You have to be using it actively.
you have to. And if you don't, they're going to kick you out of it. And when they kick you out of it, you're going to lose your Google ranking no matter what.
Yep.
But you've already lost your Google ranking. And I'm going to reiterate this. You've already lost your Google ranking by not following the process and procedures that was previously released on the
EEAT.
EEAT, which I'll sum that up for you really short and fast. This means that you have to post on social media platforms, not one, but several. And then on those social media platforms, so you need a social media manager, because you can't do this. I promise you, you can't do this. You don't have the fucking time. You need a social media manager to post on all of these platforms, do a drip campaign, set you up with branding,
And it's not even
and
just
do an SEO backlink to your Google and tie your Google ads into this,
yeah.
which you're going to pay a
Yes.
certain fee
And then like when
to
you
us, and then we pay the Google ads.
right. And like right now I've got one AC contractor who I'm linked in with his Google My Business. And so I'm handling like he does the work, right? So
Yeah.
he goes and like he gives me what I need so that I can do the work. So I say that he's doing the work, but because I've got the knowledge part of it. So like he goes in and what he does is he'll take and put the pictures in the Dropbox for me, which is great. I've got an auto syncer set up, basically like a Zap. Anytime anything's added into that particular file folder, it gets automatically loaded into my content distribution center. And then once in my distribution center, I go in and I like scan the image, figure out what's in the image, figure out what's ranking highest right now in Google My Business as far as that image is considered. What are you doing? Oh, what?
I'm branding.
Oh. And then so long as you take so then I take that image and then here's the other part with Google. Like right now, anything that's got your say for instance, you take Google My Business just wants pictures. They don't want shit with schedule now or this is what we do or anything like that. They want just images of like before and after. They want clear, clean shots. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because AI is going in and reading those images. AI is scanning those images and AI can't scan your image if it's got all that shit written on, like a flyer format that you would post on social media. So they've made it now to where like, hey, we will deactivate your particular whatever if you've got posts going into your Google My Business for call us, blah, 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 whatever. So they're making it now to where they want just the picture, which is fantastic. So when they're out in the field, given access to them for this Dropbox or Google Drive, they dump everything in there. It gets loaded into my content distributor. I go in, I look at it, I drop all that stuff. I put in for the picture what it is, what the hashtags are, whatever, and that's going to Google My Business. And so he's having a constant activity flood of new stuff going to his Google My Business. Like, why not? It just makes perfect sense to me. So that's the kind of stuff that like you should be doing. And if you want to simplify the process, I can help you with that. And it's kind of overwhelming. And I know it's overwhelming. And that's what I do for people in short form, long form. Yeah. But so what I was getting at earlier is like just pieces of content, for instance, like content library. Okay, this particular brand alone, I have created 1,542 pieces of content, and I have 508 posts scheduled.
Damn.
That's just one brand.
That's a lot.
That's one brand. And then another brand, for instance, this one is, let's go to this content library. This is 190 pieces of content posted 72 times.
And you can repurpose content.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So talk about that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So repurposing content's awesome. So you can take a piece of content, same image, same wording, same everything, and put a different caption with it, different hashtags, and recycle it. They call it evergreen content. Content never changes. It's always good. It's always like call and book or online booking, something like that. That's evergreen content for a service industry business. That you could change just a little bit of the verbiage and the hashtags with it, and somebody else or a different algorithm is going to grab it. So, yeah, content's reusable. Just because you've posted a picture one time doesn't mean that your new audience members like reuse it because your new audience members want to see it. Like, there's nothing wrong with reusing content at all because you're going to have members leave. You're going to have members show up. You're going to have people who have left social media and then maybe come back to social media. Like, and not everybody, and because of the way that the algorithms work, not everybody's going to see everything at the same time. So you've got to keep reusing the content. I have no idea what we're doing. Oh, okay. Reusing of the content. Okay, so that's one brand. Let's go to another brand. This is 230 pieces of generated content posted 160 times already. Let's go to this one. This one should be pretty huge. Yeah. This one's 400 pieces of content posted 565 times. So that's a really good example of reuse of content based off of the hashtags and stuff that are going with it. So, and then too, like as your goals change, we can change the content that's getting posted. So if you are to a point where you're like, "Oh, I wanna post, I don't know, I mean, anything you want." If you wanna change, you wanted to run a special, you've got whatever it is, we can have, I've got clients that wanna meet every week, I've got clients that wanna meet every 2 weeks. It really just depends on who you are and what you're doing, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy working and changing for whatever your goals are, and so, yeah, it's what we're working towards. That is what we are working towards. Mhm.
So would you say that it's working for the clients?
I think so. I think so. I mean, I do my best to make sure that everything's met for everyone. Like that's
Yeah.
my goal, honestly. And then I'm tracking, like how many followers are you getting? Are you losing followers? And then, did I post something that day that maybe you lost a follower and that's what it is? Like it wasn't the particular content. Like what's going on? And then what platform did you lose the followers from? Because that matters. Because sometimes if you're on Instagram and you're losing followers on Instagram, it's because Instagram's clearing out all the bot accounts, and if it's Facebook's usually pretty consistent.
It is.
So, most of the time, it's usually just Instagram if there's a drop of anything. So
So just a quick recap because I
Mhm.
put us on CSG's page
Oh, hey, CSG, how are y'all?
and we had 6 people automatically tune in.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's late.
Yeah. But there's 3 people watching.
Hey,
So
y'all.
quick recap on the content creation.
Yeah. Content creation. So, I can help you basically there's so much to it, but for instance, like, most of the time when I bring on a client, I'm lucky if I get a logo. Like,
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I get a logo. So you're already ahead of the game if you've got one. And then we talk about what are your goals? What are you hoping to do? What are your what's your strategy look like now? What are you doing now? And what are your hopes? What platforms are you wanting to post to? Because that matters. Like obviously, because as I create different types of content and different types of content take different amounts of time. And if I'm creating specific content for Instagram and then different content for Facebook and then different content for Google My Business, which Google My Business is its own breed of whatever it is that you're looking for, for somebody to come on and manage for you. If you're just looking to grow a social media following, it's going to take work on your part because
You have to share it out.
I'm going to need stuff from you. Like it's not just like, oh, she's going to create everything. Yes, I can do that, but it's better when we work together. Like it's better when you're either supplementing what I've got or you're giving me updated images or you're giving me updated shorts or you're giving like whatever it is. Like it's better if it's we're working together instead of me going out and having to search for it.
Yeah. So I would like to elaborate on that.
Mhm.
And so I know that it's kind of been a topic of discussion for you and I
Mhm.
that we need to set up standards for our clients, and this is going into the new contracts,
Yeah.
and it also will be, I want it to be posted on webpage for people to see before they jump in what they're getting themselves into,
Yeah.
because there should be a solid description.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't want any false pretenses of
Mm-mm.
what they're what they're getting into and what their expectations are.
Right.
So by no means is the standard from us to make your phone ring. Okay.
No, I can't do that.
I cannot stress this enough is we are not here to make your phone ring. However, we are here to help push your brand out in the local communities which surround you or which you're working in. And that's part
Right.
of the SEO backlink part.
Yeah.
So wherever your business has your Google listing located,
Yeah.
we'll get the SEO backlink.
Yeah.
And that's important for every business owner to have that level built in. But again, I'm going to touch on this as you have to engage with your clients.
Mhm.
You cannot expect one person that is doing so much work behind